more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, Todd Billin, and keeping up with this LSU Georgia coverage that I'll be doing throughout the week, I think LSU's ability to target certain players can come on display right here if they really, really try to make it their business to target one Richard LeCounte, the free safety at the University of Georgia. Now, LeCounte is a very flashy player to where he'll either be involved in some plays, right, and he'll come up with the ball, or he'll make some plays as well, but he makes a lot of mistakes, if I'm being honest about it. Makes a lot of mistakes. He takes poor angles. He's a liability in man coverage, and probably in coverage in general, and his tackling is extremely suspect. So notice this, the type of coverages that they were running, they were pretty much using LeCounte as almost a strong safety in this game against Texas A&M. And we see right here his responsibility on this, which kind of amounts to a cover 3, is he has Jamon Osmond, who's coming across right on a drag. The rest of these guys are just going vert. Got Wademeyer going vert. Everybody else is going vert. So it's just a clear out route for Jamon Osmond with Richard LeCounte on him. And look at the angle that he takes. Right, he has a huge fan base. Not a lot of people are going to be talking about Richard LeCounte, what he does bad. They always just talk about the few things that he does good. But check this out right here. What type of angle is this? Right, if you know this guy's coming on a drag route, are you going to follow behind traffic, or are you going to try to meet him? Right, you want to meet him. You want to go beyond the traffic. He goes underneath. You're not gonna catch up to this guy already in full speed, going underneath him like that. Your best bet would have been like, all right, read this. Your football intelligence kicks in, and you're like, all right, man, let me make sure I go over the traffic, and at the very least, maybe I meet him at the 5-yard line. You're literally trying to trace behind this man, thinking that somehow your speed is something otherworldly or something like that, and you just pretty much gave up an easy touchdown. That's all he did. Just darn near gave up an easy touchdown. So imagine that going against LSU, especially with his spread sets and his ability to make the safeties cover. All right, here we go again. You see a LSU-like bunch set over here, 3-by-1, and the one over here is Jalen Wademeyer, who is a very good tight end. Is going to be a superstar in my opinion. LSU has one of its own in Thad Moss. So Thad Moss going against Richard LeCounte, advantage LSU. So same kind of deal right here, having to defend a drag route. Now check this out right here. Make his eyes. That's what you have to do. You have to work him. Give him something to work with, something for him to really think about. And more than likely, he's probably going to take a poor angle right here. So not exactly sure where he's going with this. You could have seen him kind of attach himself to the hip pocket and take an angle almost right through the defender, or close enough to where you can at least get a hand on it. But I'm not sure if he was trying to pick the ball off, but look at that angle that he takes right here. He's unable to locate the ball and everything. Kind of a pitch and catch right up over the man's head. Not good right there, right? And then Wademeyer ends up getting some yards after the catch with it, right? Both of these two guys right here, Tay Crowder and Richard LeCounte, the two most suspect tacklers on Georgia's defense. Although they're very talented. Don't get me wrong, Richard LeCounte is an extremely talented, fast player. He's not afraid of contact, very physical, but very slight. And some of his football development, I think, is a little bit underwhelming, to say the least. But it is what it is. All right, we see him again matched up with Jamon Osmond. Imagine if this is somebody like Justin Jefferson, right? One of the greatest route runners in the entire country. Put him in positions to where he has to defend. Just has to defend. Now look at him. He panics on this. It's not even really that good of a route or anything, right? It's just one of those stab routes. And he just panics, right? Starts holding him. Now look at this. Just holding him right there on his jersey. So, you know, LSU likes to run those inside jerk routes. Now look at him. Hold it. Just gives up a penalty for no reason. Just because he's just not that good of a man defender. All right, this time you have a cat blitz from the boundary. So Richard LeCounte is the replace player. So he's once again on Jamon Osborne. They hooked up a lot this game. Pause. But check this out right here. Scramble rule. Who's got the best scramble rules in the entire country? That would be Joe Burrow, right? Juggler Joe Burrow to that freak Jamar Chase. Scramble rules ensues. I'm not sure Richard LeCounte is going to be able to handle that, especially from someone like Jamon Osborne. But man, from someone like Jamar Chase being thrown to by Joe Burrow. Look at this. Right up over him. Straight mossed him. You got Rost. All right. 4th and 1 situation. I think he understood situational football in this particular manner for the fact that he knew that Kyle Pitts could probably only run a certain route since it's 4th and 1. So he squats on it. He does a great job of squatting on it right here. I think this is playing into his wheelhouse. Absorbs the contact. Ball's already out. He's able to compete right there. But to me, great play right here. But to me, the further the ball goes down the field, the more of a liability he is. All right, so you have pretty much what amounts to cover 2 man on skill. Richard LeCounte right here, working in the boundary with DJ Daniel. And you have J.R. Reed working this way. Man on skill with Mark Webb, who is a complete liability. This guy right here needs to be targeted at all times. Anytime he's in the game, target him ad nauseum. Then, of course, Eric Stokes over here. So they have a wealth of talent, though. This very well could be the bully Tyreek Stevenson they could put here. And they could add Tyson Campbell in here. They have a ton of talent at defensive back. But they just have a couple of glaring holes to me. One, the biggest glaring hole, obviously, to me is Mark Webb. But Richard LeCounte can be a liability, but he also has a little bit of talent. But on this particular play, you get a slant and go. And Richard LeCounte bites extremely hard on the slant part because he's always looking to make a play. So you can use his aggressiveness to your advantage. Front facing play action fake. Really just sending out 2 vertical routes right here to kind of clear out. So this makes this a 2-on-1 situation. Should be kind of easy to defend if you can be lax with your coverage and discipline. But look at him. He bit extremely hard. Right? That's one of them old school bites from like 1988 when you get hit with the slant go back in Pop Warner or something like that. He bit so hard. Look at the separation. This is straight separation anxiety right here. Right? Gave up an explosive touchdown. Now, yeah, LSU could easily replicate this, right? Easily. All right, last one. Hashtag Real Men Watch to the end. You're going to have a post wheel combination going on right here. And it looks to be man free with Devod Wilson on the inside receiver and Eric Stokes manned up with Shaw Smith, I believe this is right here. All right. Yeah, definitely Shaw Smith. Now check this out. Richard LeCounte is back here. If it's man free, I think he's the single high safety. I want to say so because this may be Mark Webb. So as we roll it right here, remember, you're going to always want to at the very least be the deepest of the deep. So if he's trying to help with with Shaw Smith going on this post route right here, what is he doing even with that? Right? He's almost even with these guys. He could easily be ran by right here. So he tries to bite back on that, and he's like, uh-oh. But he's just completely out of position no matter what he's doing. If he's trying to help out on the wheel route, he's out of position. And Devod Wilson got cooked right here, too. He's another one right here. If he's in the game, he can be had as well. He's talented as well, but he can also be had. Richard LeCounte and Mark Webb. The rest of those guys are very solid to very good. But Richard LeCounte is out of place on 2 spots. Now he tries to go help with the real wheel route. And then what? Nothing, right? He's out of place. So there you go. I actually don't know what to tell you about that. If you're targeting it downfield, you want to put him in a conflict of assignment. You want to put those double moves on him. Make sure you're protecting Joe Burrow back there to give it enough time for it to work. And some of these vertical concepts could be had on a guy like Richard LeCounte. But Then again, he's made some plays as well. So I'm saying he's not completely void of any type of talent. I said before, he's fast. He's physical to a certain degree. He will try to make the tackle. He just...
What more can I say?
Top Billin.